Hey everybody, it's Star, and I'm feeling a little bit better today. My fever finally broke, and so I think that was the worst part of yesterday was the fever. The fever was overwhelming, and so today the fever is broke, and my husband has said, okay, you can graduate to the couch, but you can't do anything very difficult because you're still sick and you still need to recover. So here I am on the couch making another video because I'm bored. I thought I would do a little video and let you guys get to know me. Where to start? I'm kind of a boring person, but not necessarily extremely boring, maybe. First off, my name is Star, and yes, that is my name. I was born in Indiana, and I lived in a very small town where everybody knew everybody, and I couldn't get away with Jack because 10 seconds after I did something stupid, my parents knew about it. So I didn't get away with a lot of stuff, but I still managed to get myself into a fair amount of trouble. So, and I really do like the small town living because it's just nice. It's quiet. I enjoy going and visiting big cities, but when it comes down to it, I like living in a small town. And so I now live in Missouri in a small town, and I like it. It's cute and quaint, and so it's fun. I have been with my husband for about 5 years. We got married last November 4th, so my 1-year wedding anniversary is coming up, and I'm very excited for that. I married an amazing man who is just, words can't express what I feel for him. I have 2 children. One's name is Zachary, the other one's name is Dietmar. And I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. My one dog's name is Smoke, and he's a Sheltie. He was actually my husband's dog. Like when my husband and I first got together, he had already had Smoke. Smoke's about 12 or 13 years old. He an old boy, but I love him. He should have been a therapy dog. He is one of the most sensitive dogs I've ever met. When I was sick yesterday, he did not leave my side. Like, he stayed right with me. Whenever I'm having a bad day and I'm crying or I'm emotionally hurting, he refuses to leave my side. And he has these eyes where he'll just give me these looks, and it's like he's telling me, it's okay. It's okay, Mom. And I love this dog so much. I have another dog. That was one of my cats. I have another dog named Charlotte, and she is Pit Bull and Rottweiler, and I rescued her, so I'm just guessing, but the Pit Bull is very obvious, and the Rottweiler, she might have something else in there, but the Pit and the Rott are very obvious in her. And she is one of the sweetest, most snuggly, lovable dogs in the entire world. I have 2 cats. One's name is Goliath, and the other one's name is Dot. I was only supposed to get 1 cat. A stray cat had kittens in my neighbor's garage, and she asked me if I would be willing to take Goliath because I had already had some interaction with him, and I liked him. And after a lot of begging and pleading with my husband, he said I could have Goliath. And so Goliath came to live with us, and my neighbor had caught Goliath's sister, and these people were supposed to come and take her, but they ended up not coming. Well, the mama had run off already, and Lana was like, I can't just put her back out there. She's still a baby. And she's like, do you think that maybe you guys could take her too? And I was like, oh, yeah. I said, you need to message my husband and talk to him about that, because I was lucky to get the one. And so she started sending my husband messages about how statistically black cats are killed more often than not, and how cats do better when there is another cat in the house, because then they are more sociable. And so my husband sent me a message, and he said, go get your other cat. So now we have Goliath and Dot. They're brother and sister. They're from the same litter. And they are a handful. And that's putting it lightly. Goliath likes to terrorize my dog, Smoke, because Smoke is old and crotchety and just particularly doesn't care for them. He's not aggressive or mean to them, but he wants them to understand that when it comes to the ranking in the house, he is Mufasa. And the cats are just a handful. I mean, they have so much personality. All my animals have extraordinary personalities. It's so fun. Just so much fun. They're really great. So there's that. What else? I'm 33 years old. I am old. I'm old. I'm so old. It was actually funny the other day. My son and I were talking, and he always makes fun of me, like, you know, because he knows that age is kind of like, I'm getting at that age where age is starting to become like a thing. And as just to insert this here, I have brain fog. It's really bad. And he it was funny because he was joking with me. He was like, how old are you now? 42? And I was like, no. He goes, what, 38? I was like, you are being a jerk. He said, I'm 32. And he goes, no, Mom, you're 33. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm 32. He's like, no, you're 33, Mom. I'm like, no, I'm not. I know how old I am. I'm 32 years old. And then I did the math, and I was like, son of a bitch, I'm 33. It was so bad. It was so bad. And of course, my son had a field day with that. He thought it was the most hilarious thing in the world. Oh, he's such a little pipsqueak. So yeah, I'm 33, but if anybody asks, we'll just tell them that I'm 25, okay? What else? I have some pretty bad health problems. I have fibromyalgia, I have lupus, I have a sciatica that's pinched, so I'm in constant pain on top of the fibromyalgia pain. Fibromyalgia causes brain fog, which is not fun. I have PTSD. It's actually complex PTSD, and maybe as I talk to you guys more, maybe I'll explain a little bit more about that. And I have social anxiety, so this is really out of my comfort zone. I like to hide. if I can avoid having to people, I prefer doing that, because I just don't like where society has gone. And so it's easier for me to hide away in my home where I feel safe. And that's another topic in itself, but I try to avoid peopling, and maybe this is a little bit of therapy for me to try and interact with people and see how that goes. I believe in God, and that in itself is a completely new topic, which I think I'll make a video about, where I'll explain how I believe in God, but I'm not religious. Because there's a lot of fascinating facts about that. My husband is much older than myself. He is 59, and we actually, it's funny because when I was a kid, he actually lived in the town right next to me, and because of the ginormous age gap, if we had met then, I would have been jailbait. But we never did meet. That's the irony of it, is we never met. Our paths have crossed so many times in our life, and even not just my path and his, but our family's paths have crossed. I mean, at one point he lived in the same neighborhood as my aunt and uncle. I mean, just some of the things are just ironic. And him and I ended up meeting online, of all places. And we met online, and I moved down here to be with him, and I have never been as happy as I am. We live a lifestyle that a lot of people don't understand, and I've never hid it. As a matter of fact, I was very honest with my family about it, and my family was like, "What the fuck, Star? What are you doing?" But once we got past the stereotype of it that, you know, goes along with it, my family understands it better now, and so they are completely supportive of my relationship with my husband, and they love him because he has helped me change my life and improved my life so much. So, because I know that was kind of a vague statement, our relationship is what you would call daddy dom and baby girl, and it's not anything related to pedophilia or anything like that. It's just our lifestyle. Sorry, there's a little gnat. It's just our lifestyle. I mean, it's not like I walk around in diapers and a pacifier or anything like that. It's just a lifestyle. And the best way I can describe it without going into like great detail is essentially picture a 50s or 60s household. You know, the husband makes the decisions, the wife does the cooking and the cleaning, and, you know, that sort of dynamic is how our relationship functions. My husband is in charge of this house, and while he always takes me into consideration and he puts my happiness above his own a lot of the time. When it comes down to it, he is the boss here. And so that's our relationship, and I'm not ashamed of it. It's a healthy relationship. We love each other unconditionally, and so, I mean, I hope that maybe that helps you guys understand. It's not the stigma of whips and chains and, you know, all this other disgusting things. It's just a lifestyle. It's no different than a 50s or 60s typical family life, you know. What else? what else could I tell you guys? I have a second channel, which is where I do nail art and DIY stuff. And the reason I made this channel was because I wanted to keep the first channel a place where it was a creativity, and I wanted to make this channel more where I could sit and talk, do some vlogging maybe, and interact with people about things that are going on in society, and have open conversations. And I always will invite people, even if you don't agree with me, I invite you to talk to me, because sometimes two people who have very different perspectives can sit down and talk and enlighten each other. And I think that has been forgotten, and people want to get up and they want to scream at each other, but they fail to listen. And so with this channel, what I'm hoping is that maybe we can interact. And if you have an opinion that is night and day from what I have, I want to talk to you. I want to try and understand where you're coming from, and maybe help you understand where I'm coming from. And as long as you come to me in a respectful manner, then I'm more than happy to talk to you. Anybody who comes to me in a vulgar or disrespectful way, I won't give the time of day. I will delete the comment and it'll be done. I will not allow anybody to be disrespected in my comments. It's just not what I will accept. So I think I'm going to end this video. If you have any other questions about me that you would like answered, leave them in the comment section. I am happy to answer anything that you guys want to know. And I think I'm going to immediately start recording a second video that I'm going to throw up right after I throw this video up, about a discussion, because as I was sitting here talking to you guys, I had a brilliant idea to make this other video. So stay tuned, and I will see you all soon. It was a pleasure talking with you, and I hope to see you soon. Be kind to yourselves and be kind to everybody else too. Bye.